Hello and welcome to Just One More Watch, and welcome today to yet another giveaway. Not just any giveaway, but the single most valuable giveaway that I have ever done on the channel. And I have done quite a few of them over the years, believe that. Today, my friends, you have a chance to win a beautifully made $3,750 Tourbillon by Peacock. Now, giveaway equals sponsored video. Oddly enough, this video is sponsored by Peacock. They very generously sent me two of their award-winning black hole tourbillons and have allowed me to give one of them away to you lucky punters. What do you have to do to win it? Well, you have to keep watching the video because I'll tell you later. But first, let's have a look at this awesome watch. I have reviewed a number of premium, luxury, call them what you will, watches on the channel over the years, and a common complaint of mine has been that the packaging doesn't always match the price tag. I can honestly say that in this case, the packaging matches the price tag. From the outer box, to the inner box, to the inlay, to the cushion, to the felt envelope with the warranty cards, etc, etc, it all feels very much like a premium experience. And you get a full 5-year warranty with free shipping and free returns, all of which is just as well because let's face it, 3 big ones plus is a big ask for a Chinese watch, albeit one as well made and innovative as this one is. And I really do mean both of those things. Peacock are an enormous company. They were established in the late 1950s and they know how to make both a decent watch and a decent watch movement, having made millions of the things to this point. And this black hole tourbillon feels really nice in hand. It's weighty, it's solid, it's made of 904L stainless steel rather than 316L stainless steel. And yes, my friends, that is a piece of sapphire crystal. It's almost like a bottle cap sitting on top of the dial and coming right down, halfway down, almost to the side of the case. I have never seen anything like it before, and it really is pretty spectacular. As is that central tourbillon. Again, this is the first time I have seen that complication in that location. It makes sense, I suppose, to make the tourbillon the centerpiece of the watch, although I have no doubt that makes the manufacture even more complicated than it already is. And if you think 3 grand is a lot for one of these, Omega charge 300 grand for their central tourbillon de Ville, which kind of puts this one in perspective, doesn't it? It may not be particularly cheap, but it's cheap for what it is. All right, let's do dimensions then. This perfectly circular puck-like watch comes in at bang on 46mm across the middle, or any other angle you decide, but the lugless design means it fits me nicely, as you'll see. 12.7mm thickness also really helps, and I'm going to call the lug to lug today at about 41mm. I'll flip it over in a second and you'll see why it's tricky to nail down that measurement. But you'll see my point, lugless design means it wears small. Lug width is not applicable today. In fact, you won't be changing the strap on this one for anything other than the supplied band. Weight on that supplied band is 130 grams, 50 meters of water resistance is fine, and the movement, well, it's a Peacock, that much is certain. It's a Peacock SL5711P. Now you can't actually see that much of the movement today because of this, well, they call it a caseless design, but it's a fairly spectacular feat of engineering. Indeed, here is a picture of what it would look like if it was stripped out of the case for your reference. It contains a total of 196 parts, yet it's only 5mm thick. It's fully decorated with some very attractive Geneva stripes and exposed jewels on the rear, and it has a remarkable 5-day 120-hour power reserve. Now, Peacock achieves this through a couple of different methods. The first of which is by using 4 barrels linked to each other in series. Apparently, they were the first Chinese company to manage to achieve this. They also constructed the tourbillon cage of titanium alloy. Apparently, the frame is just incredibly light. That also helps to extend the power reserve. And they have gone all in on the science fiction space-themed dial as well. The minute hand, well, what passes for a minute hand anyway, is supposed to look like the bidirectional gravitational field of a black hole, don't you know? And beyond the very small disc with hour markers is a ring of luminescent forged carbon, which looks nice during the day, but even better after dark. It's a similar effect as some Zelos dials that I've featured on the channel in the past. There is a smattering of lume on the hour and minute disc as well, and actually a reasonable amount of superluminova on the hour and minute indicators that you know what's going on after dark. Initially at least. When I turn the speed up on this one, most of the lume is gone pretty swiftly, but the luminova on the hour and minute indicators does hang on better than the rest. But please don't buy this one on the strength of the lume alone. Let's get it on wrist then. Under 13mm, super short lug to lug and a really comfortable FKM rubber strap with a very nice deployant clasp means it wears a lot better than you think it might do on first inspection. It is top heavy though. I've been wearing this one nice and tight because of the size of the case and because I'm sure of that lovely big piece of crystal. There were a couple of random retainers on the head side of the strap, if you see what I mean, but I took them off because I had simply no idea why they were there. Retainers aren't generally required with this style of deployant clasp anyway. The deployant itself is lovely. It's got the same black coating as the case of the watch, double triggers, all very nice. But if I may nitpick here, the Peacock is printed upside down. Surely it should face the user rather than face away from the user. Now, I'm not going to talk about legibility today, apart from in the moans and niggles section, because I would be making a mockery of myself if I did. Suffice to say that this is one of the least legible watches I've ever seen. Alright, moans and niggles, you know how I am. It may be a sponsored giveaway video, but that doesn't mean to say I don't complain about the watch. Good luck finding another strap that fits it if you don't fancy this one. I've seen it quoted as 25mm lug width elsewhere, but I think that's not really the full story. I believe these are custom fitted FKM rubber and require screws removed to remove the straps. It's just as well then that the supply strap is good because it's this or this. That bottle cap sapphire crystal is absolutely stunning to look at, but you want to be careful with door jams and the like because that's not going to be cheap to replace if you do shatter it, and the watch will be going back to Peacock for sure. Same for servicing and repairs really. This is going to be a return to base item only. And then I guess there are two more obvious issues with the watch. The first involves the legibility or complete lack thereof. This is not a watch to buy if you are concerned with at-a-glance readability. You can barely tell what time it is at all at the best of times, and the hour pointer is actually obscured quite badly either side of 12 and either side of 6. It's a statement watch, it's a piece of art on your wrist, etc, etc. It is not a practical timepiece in that regard anyway. And the second obvious complaint is the brave pill required to spend $3,000 on a premium Chinese tourbillon. In fact, you're going to have to double drop brave pills to go for one of these. There are plenty of cheapo tourbillons on the market for $300 and I bought them myself. But once you hit 4 figures, you need to be damn sure you're going to enjoy the watch long term, because I don't expect the resale value of these will be amazing. And a lot of people still struggle to see value in premium Chinese made watches, while simultaneously failing to acknowledge that many of the other products they spend top dollar for come straight out of the Chinese factory next door. Regardless of how good their products are, Chinese brands like Peacock and Atelier Wen, for example, have got a serious image hurdle to overcome before their products can be seen as legitimately commanding premium prices. And it's somewhat ironic that I review the Peacock the day after I review the Christopher Ward Bel Canto, costing very similar money. In some ways, they're similar watches in that they offer products several factors cheaper than their nearest rivals. And Peacock are certainly not a fly-by-night, no-name brand started last Tuesday, but if I had to choose between this and the Bel Canto with my own money, where are those brave pills again? But one of you lucky so-and-sos doesn't have to worry about money. One of you is getting one for free. So, how do you win a $3,750 Peacock Black Hole Tourbillon then? Well, it's a subscriber giveaway, so if you're not already a subscriber of the channel, Now is a good time to hit the big button with the word subscribe on it. A like on the video would be appreciated as well, though it's not essential. Then click into the description of the video, follow the link to the Peacock website and have a look at their range of watches. Then come back to this video, leave me a comment and tell me what your favourite model is and why. You don't have to write an essay, just one sentence will do, letting Peacock know what their potential customers like from within their range. And that, my friends, is it. I will return to this video in 7 days' time next Sunday. I will select one winner at random, I will pin that comment, I will ask them to reply to the comment and then to email me, jody@justonemorewatch.com. We will then exchange pleasantries, I'll get your address and I will personally ship a brand new award-winning Nebula Green Peacock Black Hole Tourbillon to you anywhere in the world with Peacock's compliments and my best wishes. Now, nowhere in that did you hear any suggestion that I will ask you for money or I'll ask you to Telegram me or WhatsApp me or any of that nonsense. If someone approaches you pretending to be me but it doesn't sound like me, chances are it's not me. So don't get scammed, folks. I will never ask you for a cent for any of these giveaways. Good luck to all entrants and don't worry if you don't win, I've got plenty more giveaways coming up on the channel soon. So there you have it. If this Tourbillon doesn't quite tickle your fancy, why not check out a more economical version or something just as insane as this and just as illegible as this from Xeric. Thanks for making it all the way to the end. I'll see you again in the next one.